Don't tell my dad. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the slayer of punchlines himself, the one and only Thor of Asgard. Is there anything you want to tell to me now that we have the cameras here, our guard is down?
You can't win them all, Jesus.
The thing, I genuinely think in our lifetimes, I mean, I hope this is the truth, that in our lifetime, I'm trying to get this propped up so I don't have to hold it. That's a terrible angle. Let me not do that.
We're putting on a November spooktacular based completely on you saying, hey, I'm thinking about going down to Texas.
You mean in support of the podcast sketch idea?
So the first thing that we should establish is how funny it is that I've been trying to describe your idea
to other people.
And on film. I'm capturing it on film.
Bob KHOSRAVI. Okay, you guys don't know Bob KHOSRAVI, but Bob KHOSRAVI. You've met Bob, that's right.
He knows my brother.
That's right, your brother does comedy. Bob is going to fly down in November to do our November Spooktacular. And he's pitched a thing. He's inspired by this project, and the thing that he's pitched is...
It's very loose, obviously. This is why I'm trying it out as a sketch on stage. But the premise is we're going to do a podcast called Touched by Stephen. And in the podcast, we read excerpts from Stephen King novels while the guest who is doing the reading gets an unwelcome shoulder massage so they can truly feel the creepiness of what's happening in the text.
Oh my God, Bob, I am so sorry. That's so much funnier and so much more appropriate than what I've been pitching.
Wait, what have you been pitching?
Okay. It's almost the same thing.
He wants to do Touched by Stephen. It's like a massage ad or something like that, but instead it's Bob KHOSRAVI massaging people while they read excerpts from Stephen King novels. I think
that's fucking genius.
I think it's a terrible idea.
I think it's fucking genius.
I know it's fucking genius. I know it's fun.
Stephen King?
I don't know why.
No, it's just hilarious. It's absurd.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm struggling to find a reason for it. But if you want to do it for 7, we can. You're already laughing. I know it's got merit. So he's going to fly down to do this, and I think he should massage Brant Bumpers, and Brant Bumpers should read Stephen King excerpts.
Yeah.
And that scary acting voice that he has.
It works.
So, you're some badass, huh? Huh?
Is he bigger than me? Like, is he a big dude?
He's a big fucking dude.
Oh, that's even funnier.
I'm a badass, too.
We have to get Brant Bumpers, right? I think we all agree we need Brant Bumpers.
He's amazing, and he's funny.
And he's uncomfortable with human touch. I'm
I don't know about that.
He likes I already pitched the idea. He said, this is fucking brilliant. I want to do this. And I want to tell you what I pitched. I go, Brant, this is really stupid.
And because we don't give a fuck and we're committed to a lo-fi sensibilities, as show production grows, our audience is going to grow with it. We need to see them. The audience needs to see us start from nothing and build up to wherever the fuck this is going.
Yeah.
Because the journey actually matters to the audiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't had time to really flesh this idea out. After I pitched it to you, I sort of put it on a shelf. Go ahead.
Can I give you like the curveball I wanted to throw at you to see if this would make it easier for you? Sure. I'm a big progression fan. The more we do this bit, the funnier it's going to be. But I think the funny aspect is the way you find a way to sneaky massage him.
That's what I was about to pitch to you. Okay. Like, what if we started? Because I wasn't even going to say
a progression of go.
Let's start with the shoulders, and then my immediate thought was like, how would it get worse? And if it went immediately from shoulders to like feet.
Oh, good. Thank you. Oh, fucking thank you. There's a tie-in. There's a show tie-in with Jesus, because we're gonna get him to wash people's feet.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Man on the street shit as in
Yeah.
his battle to prove himself better than Thor. It's a thing.
They're bopping.
No, he just inspired me. Let's switch this. Let's see if it's worse from massaging his feet. Although I don't know. Yeah, you're right. We got
No,
it.
what
But I don't
about
know
you're
where to take
doing?
it from there.
How about you're massaging the feet, and as you're doing it, and he's reading Stephen King, Jesus Christ walks on stage like Alfred Hitchcock style, looks at you and judges you, like actually judges you, like, oh man, that's creepy. Don't do that.
That's
Uh,
hilarious.
I think it should be a series of massage guns that get bigger and bigger and ridiculously bigger and louder.
Okay.
So at the end of it, you're just massaging the fuck out of his back with like a shoe buffer.
I would love to use that on his feet instead of actually rubbing his feet.
Well, that's the beauty of the bit, Bob. You actually you can commit to the bit however you fucking think the bit should go. We're
Okay.
not here to fucking tell you to do something that makes you uncomfortable. It's actually funnier because you live in where?
Fort Collins.
And you're going to go to the Denver airport to fly down to Austin. We're going to drive from Austin to San Antonio to do a comedy show in the basement of a children's restaurant to rub a man's feet. And you go, I don't really want to rub his feet. I'd rather use the massage gun on the feet. Hey, you don't even know. You don't even know if it's going to work. Everyone else thinks it's funny. We're gonna do it.
I think I'm worried that it's gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm worried that it's one of those things that, like, when you tell people it's funny because the idea is hilarious, but it's because everyone visualizes it in a harmless way. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how it actually comes together.
Well,
and that's what I'm excited about, is to see what happens when we put it on stage. Because when I originally, just as a joke, made up this premise, the best part of it was, like, imagining the crowd cringing as well.
Good.
And then instead, it just made the people I said it to laugh. And I was like, well, okay, maybe this is just a comedy. Yeah. So it'll be fun to see what happens when we actually bring it to life. I'm excited about that.
We just got to admit that the content gods have won, and we have to sacrifice. And then when they're happy, when we do Touched by Steven, you're going to do some stand-up that night.
Of course. Yeah, right? Absolutely.
It's gonna be
me
fun.
Doing my supplication to the gods of content.
Right. It's going to cleanse you, and it's going to make the creative process so much better. But also, this is the show. This conversation about it, the creative process.
Are you not entertained? Dude.
Yeah?
That's awesome. Dude.
All right, high five.
Yes!
Oh, that actually hurt.
Sorry.
Love it.
That was good.
You're nuts! Fuck you.
Gotta be honest with you, you should write this. This would be a really fun, like, low-level comedy. I would go, this is in the vein of, what was that Nick Cage movie that just came out? The Unbearable Weight of Being Talent or something? I forget what the title was. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yes, I did. With Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
I saw it in the theater. I saw it right after The Northman. And
what did you think?
I liked it. I liked it for a small indie film. For what it was, it felt like a Simpsons episode where Homer and some new celebrity guest had a good time. But also keep this in mind, I'm the guy that, like, cried 3 times during Everything Everywhere All at Once. Even though I don't actually like the movie, and I find it manipulative at best, and to be
really?
Yeah, they were using a hack therapy exercise, and they surrounded the screenplay that only really excuses fucking narcissists who haven't done anything with their fucking talents and just want an excuse to feel good about it, which is fine. But let's not dismiss the fucking work. The reason I'm special is because I failed at everything. You're like, okay. So all the other realities, I'm amazing, but this one, it's okay, I'm a piece of shit. You're like, wait, what? No, do fucking better. How about do fucking better and be around compassionate
Wait.
people? That scene between the mother and the daughter where the dialogue was a ripoff, a straight ripoff of fucking therapy exercises. I remember from fucking reading sociology books when I was homeless. I would read. I was ashamed. I wanted a college degree, so I would just go to the college L&M bookstore in San Antonio and just try to read as much as possible. And the back and forth that they were having was the exact same therapy exercise. Like this is
Well, yeah. Isn't that what
okay.
most these
Well,
films that try to be emotionally connective now are? They're
yeah,
just someone who spent a lot of time in therapy translating that into
it,
text and being like,
yeah.
look at the insight.
Well, and I find that to be insulting to the process of entertainment and creating art because it's more by design on how to manipulate people and
Well, I see what you're saying.
and I find that like not entertaining. I find that to be money grubbing because you're
Yeah.
using mental health, you're using the cover of psychology and self-care and like care about yourself to perpetuate basically a empty vapid message that doesn't actually really there's a lot of value there, and I probably should revisit the movie, but it was just it's so burned in me because I was watching it like emotionally moved and going, yeah, you hit me with the pop culture, you hit me with the nostalgia. These are memories from other things, not your fucking movie. That
Right.
you're this is cheating. This is a cheat. This is a hack. And
Yeah.
it's a great hack, but
It's a cheat code to get under your skin. You're absolutely right.
and then I watched The Northman, and that was a man genuinely trying to tell a Nordic fairy tale with realism. The thin line that, and it's Hamlet's story, and Hamlet's so ingrained, and you're
Yeah.
still mystified where he's going to take it, but where he takes it is exactly where it should go.
I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to give that a watch.
It was incredible. And then I watched the Unbearable Weight of Talent. And to be quite honest, because I'm so annoyed by entertainers and narcissists, that's why I started the Cult of Content show, was just because this isn't fucking good art. This is art, postmodern bullshit, art commentary. We're so aware of media that it's not healthy and it's affecting our storytelling, which I think is bleeding down into creatives who are lost because there's no real jobs or infrastructure actually in this country. It's just busy work and fucking gig economy bullshit for a lot of us. And
Yeah, well, for our generation, for sure.
yeah, and it's creating with social media, just all together, it's just creating forms of psychosis that I think are going to blow up in all these beautiful ways that unfortunately won't get help because the only people talking about mental health will be all the people trying to exploit it for entertainment and their branding and their TikToks and all this other shit, thus turning off all the people who actually need to hear the message.
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah,
why I'm working with first responders groups
Yeah.
because
No, I
they're
can see why you had that feeling. I can totally understand that. I haven't given up on it quite yet, but I can totally see why you feel it's such a rush to embrace mental health, but for profit, that I can totally see what you're saying.
I mean, I'm going to profit off mental health. I'm absolutely going to profit off of the conversation, but I'm going to do it authentically and,
Yeah.
funny with the intention of, oh, I'm still trying to get people to enjoy this and laugh. I'm not going to be precious or a little bitch about it either. I'm not going to pull any fuck them. They don't own my fucking thoughts.
That's
I'm going to
hilarious.
do my job. They're going to do their job.
Sure.
And if it's good, they'll like it. And if it's not good, I'll just continue doing the same dumb shit I've always done. What else is life? What are we crying about? That's the theme of the show. Fuck it.
So the only problem with this is we haven't figured out where we would start or end with this. So should it be something that come with like multiple excerpts for him to read?
Oh, you should absolutely have multiple excerpts. We will definitely be having more conversations about this because the
Sure.
discussion is actually worthwhile. We're going to do it the dumbest, simplest way. Jack Benny show. Did you ever watch the Jack Benny show in the 1940s? Bob KHOSRAVI, my friend.
No, I should look it up maybe.
Oh, he's a genius. He's one of my favorites. Jack Benny did this thing where he would just go, and this next thing is we went to Mexico, so Hey, we're now in Mexico. And they just put on sombreros, have margaritas, and do the fucking thing. And it's the funniest fucking thing. It's so low budget. It doesn't
That's so funny.
because
I
it's
love
theater
that
of the
idea.
it's
I love
podcast.
that.
It's
Yeah.
podcasting theory. We don't, why are we giving a shit?
Yeah, absolutely. I
This is
love. I
entertainment.
sincerely love that idea. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
this show now.
Let's
This
get-
is
yeah.
this is like I think this is one of those things that anyone. Well, I shouldn't say this. People like myself who have these grand ideas and then it occurs to them how much work it'd take has had a fantasy of doing a show just like that, where it's like, what if we just said we were there and just did it
Yeah.
instead of going all the way there?
That's what we're gonna do. Fuck them.
I love it.
I don't charge. We do donations
awesome.
for EMT. It goes to first responders.
Oh,
If you
that's
don't
even
like
better.
the material, fuck you. We're helping. What are you doing, bitch?
Fair
Cancel
enough.
my dick. Why am I saying that?
I know. But I spiraled into rage.
Phantom enemy in my brain who's a bitch and won't love me and return my calls. It's usually that. It's always that.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Buddy. We love
So-
you, man.
I love you too, man. So no, she returns my call. It's fine. Everything's good.
Yeah.
She's alive as of
Is
this
she?
recording.
I'm gonna check her Instagram later.
Hold your
Okay.
paper. Hold the newspaper up for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need an alibi. Real big. Oh, we want to do a workshop. Would you be willing to talk to the comics like earlier, like do an actual storytelling workshop as a guy who's been on the Moth and has been a great reputation as being one of the best storytellers?
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'd be willing to do that as long as it's not like a real. You don't mind me because there are guys who I know who do that.
Nothing. No, I insist that you don't give a shit more than
No,
being
I
real.
want to give people. That's why the whole reason I did the mission for years was so I could get more comic storytelling space on stage. But it had some success and was what it was. Yeah, I'm totally down to do that, but I just don't want to step on anyone's toes. Yeah, no, you know what? It'll be fine. I'd absolutely love to do that.
You're in the basement of a children's restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I realized. There's no one. The only people that are going to show up with any expectations is me. So it's fine.
The toes are in Crocs. Step away.
I'll wear Crocs to this thing, Joe. Don't you, Jay? Don't you challenge me?
There is a guy that teaches a drama class there on Sundays, an acting class, but I think he's a pedophile because it's.
Oh no.
I go down there. He's got this weird, creepy voice and a ponytail, and he's just like young boys down there, and they all look kind of like I don't know what's going on in this basement either, dude.
Oh man.
And we all agree. I've talked to everyone, and we all agree. Like everyone that works, even management's like, "Oh, probably for sure."
You should have put that on tape.